Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the things in my planner that just make sense. I'm really going to be diving into the different things that I keep within my planner that really helps me to organize my life. A lot of times when I'm talking about my planner and all of the different parts that I have in this one book to organize my life, I will get questions on why I have certain things in here. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The very first thing that I have in my planner that just makes sense is my table of contents. So my table of contents really helps me to remember how I have structured my planner and why I have structured it this way. If you've ever put together a planner, especially if it's a customizable planner, many times you will forget why you might have a certain section or the way that you was possibly thinking when you organized your planner. And so that kept kind of happening to me throughout the years until I created my table of contents. My table of contents is where I have listed out every single section that is in my planner, and then I will write a little blurb underneath each section, reminding myself of why that section is there. So for instance, with my to-do planner is my brain dump. It is the space where I keep a majority of my work and church to-dos. And so I have listed that here, that the name of the section is to-do, but it is to manage my work to-do list, my social media, and any other work or church tasks. And many times at the beginning of every single month, I will evaluate if I still need these particular sections or if there's something that I might want to combine for the upcoming month. But having my table of contents, it really helps me to remember all of the sections and why they are there. So I love having this sheet. I think it really does help, and I really do recommend it to anybody who has a customizable planner. Have a table of contents just so it reminds you of why you have structured your planner this way. The next thing that I have in my planner that just makes sense is my weekly hourly section. So my weekly hourly is where I will time block my entire week, and this is basically my catch-all. So I have everything that's going on in my life, but I have it timed. This is the planner that helps me to stay on track. If I know I was supposed to do something at a specific time because I put it in my planner and I realize that it's later than I had actually scheduled for it, then I know that I am off track. Sometimes it can get really easy to lose track of time, and you can think that you have time to do all of the things that you have listed on your to-do list. And that kept happening to me until I started time blocking my day, because time blocking helps you to see if you're on track, if you're off track, if you actually have enough time to do all of the things that you have scheduled. And it really does help you to stay on top of your time overall. Now, putting things in this planner does not mean that I actually get all of these things done, but this is one of the most consistent planners within my system because this one helps me to stay on top of my time the most. This one really helps me with my productivity overall because I am able to see what time it is and where I am. And so mapping out my entire week in this planner and then checking it off as I go helps me to stay on top of everything. Another thing that I will do within this planner is keep track of how often I am working out, keep track of what I am eating, keep track of how often I am posting, and all of those things really do help me to stay as productive as I possibly can. So having a weekly, hourly planner or a daily planner that really helps you to time block everything, I think is essential for your planning system. But this planner is my favorite planner in my system because it really does help me to stay as productive as I possibly can. The next thing that I have in my planner that just makes sense is my to-do list. So this is the spot where I will brain dump anything that's kind of coming up, or I will write down all of my to-dos. Now, I don't use it every single week because, as you can see, even with this week, I really didn't use it because I wasn't brain dumping at the beginning of every single morning. Every single morning I was flipping to my weekly hourly planner, and then I was just kind of working off of here and off of my sidebar. But on an average week, I will use this planner in order to brain dump any ideas, anything that kind of comes up throughout the course of the week. Most of the time for this planner, it's either work related or church related, and I am brain dumping any and everything that I could possibly think of onto this sheet underneath the particular day, and then I will just check them off as I go, or when I decide to schedule it, I will move it from this planner into this planner. But I do think that you should have a spot where you can keep track of your to-dos, whether it is a full planner like I have, or you can keep just some to-do lists like I have in the back of my planner here. I will just write down a bunch of to-dos, and then I might slip it into my planner so that I can easily see it. But either way, having a spot to brain dump and keep track of long to-do lists is going to be helpful for your planning system, because this makes sure that I don't forget. You know how things kind of come up and you will think of something randomly and you just need a spot to put it. That's this spot for me. I will just jot down anything that I can possibly think of, and then I will plan or organize it later on after I have more time, or I have decided what I want to do with that list or when I want to complete it. And there are some weeks where I don't have anything in it, like this particular week, and then there are other weeks where I'm trying to put every single thing that I possibly can. It just depends, but I do love having this spot because it really does help me to stay on top of my to-dos and any ideas or brain dumps that I have. The next thing in my planner that just makes sense is my home section, or my maintenance planner. My maintenance planner is where I will keep track of all of my home personal to-dos. Anything family related is going to go in this one. I have color coded for every single person that is in my life that I am currently responsible for taking care of, and then I will just jot down different things that I need to do. So my mom is currently battling cancer, and so any chemo appointment that I have for her, it's in here. My dad is on dialysis, so I do have different things that I have to do for him. And then I have 2 teenage daughters, and I also have things that I have to do for my husband. So all of that will go in here, and I will color code what I might have to do for certain people, and I will just add it onto this calendar. And then for the week, I will jot down other things that I need to do for the house, things we need to buy, meals that we are having throughout the week, anything that I need to do for the kids. I will just kind of write down a list on this side, and then write down additional to-dos on the right side of the page. And so this really does just help me with all of the personal, home, and family related things. And it will be within my schedule planner as well. Like many times I will have the same thing in here, but my maintenance planner will have more details. So if I have certain things that I need to do for my mom, I might just write down her name, and then I will know to go to this section of my planner, and it will give me more details about what is happening around that time. So I love this planner, and I really do believe that it's vital to my system because it does add more details of the different things that I need to complete and the time frame that I need to complete that thing. If you are a caregiver, then you know how much could possibly go into that. And so this planner really does help me with caregiving and taking care of my family and taking care of our home. But I do believe having some type of spot in your planner that helps you with your home activities, and it's not just work related, is going to be essential to your system, because it makes sure that you're not just focusing in on one area of your life, that you're looking at everything as a whole when you are planning. The next thing that I have in my planner that just makes sense is a spot for notes. So I love keeping track of my notes of different things that I am learning, or different things that I am doing, or scripts that I am writing. I will keep all of that within my planner. And so I had ideas for what I wanted to post, like this particular video, things in my planner that just make sense. It is right here, and I will just mark it off when I do it. But having a spot where I can brain dump and just write down different notes as things come up throughout the course of the month is essential. I really, really love having this one spot. Now, I still do have my brainstorming notebook that I will use from time to time, especially if I'm trying to flush out a project, because a project might go over multiple months. I may use my brainstorming notebook for that, But when I am talking about meeting notes or just things that I am learning that I just want to keep track of, I will add it into this section of my planner. And I just have a spot where I can kind of use scratch paper if I need to and pull it out if I need to later on. So having this section really helps me to not look for an additional sheet of paper when I can just write something right in my planner. So I will mainly use this one for meeting notes or other things that I am learning, or scripting things for different videos or ideas that I might have. All of that will go in here. The next thing that's in my planner that just makes sense is very essential for me. It may not be the case for everyone, but that is my Bible study. Having an easy place where I can flip to and actually do my Bible study on a daily basis is super helpful for me, because if it's not in my planner, I am more than likely going to kind of forget about it, lose the habit, and it may take me a while to pick up that particular habit again. And so having my Bible study within my planner means that I can easily flip to it no matter where I am. If I'm in a coffee shop, if I have a couple minutes, I will easily flip to this planner and do some type of study. I also use this planner in order to do my daily scripture study and additional notes of different things that we are learning in church. So this was last Sunday, and I just wrote down the notes from the sermon, and I will just write these down as he's kind of talking on a Sunday morning. I always bring my planner with me, and so this really does help me to remember all of the sermons that are taught throughout the year. I have one big, basically scrapbook of all of the sermons, of all of the different things that I've learned, and I can go deeper throughout the course of the week. And like I said, this one might not be essential to everyone, but it is definitely essential to me. Even if I am watching a video, like this was a video that I was watching on YouTube, and I wanted to take some additional notes on it, so I did. And that's how I use this section of my planner. But I feel like it really does help me to stick to a Bible study every single day. And I just picked up another book from Amazon. It's this one. It's The Bible in a Year. And I plan on actually doing some videos on this one. They may be shorts because they have weeks broken down where you can highlight, go through, do your SOAP method, which is what I plan on doing. And it's 52 weeks. So I will be done around this time next year. I am really excited about this one, and I love the colors in this book. So I am planning on using this along with my faith planner in order to read through the entire Bible in a year. And when I was talking about my SOAP sheets, these are the sheets that I will use in order to do this study. So I will pull a scripture from here. Let's say it's Genesis. I will write the scripture here, and then I will break it down: observation, application, and prayer. And then that will be day 1. And then do it again for day 2, all the way up to day 7, and then week 1 will be done, and we'll do that for 52 weeks. So that is my plan. And this is the book that I'm going to use for that. And I'm going to use my faith planner in order to achieve that goal. It has been my goal to read the Bible in a year for the last 2 years, but I never could find a good strategy in order to stick to it. And this is the first time I feel really good about this strategy with using this book. I really do believe it's going to help me, and it's lightweight, so I can throw it in my bag with my planner and I can take it on the go. But we got a little off topic because that's not what I was talking about for this video. My faith planner as a whole, though, is something that I do keep within my system that I really do believe makes sense, because once again, it really helps me to stay on top of what I am trying to achieve, which is reading the Bible in a year and my faith studies. Another thing I keep in my planner that just makes sense is my bill tracker and my budget. And so I do have my budget planner in here. My budget planner is super helpful for helping me to stay on top of my money. This is where I will break down my monthly budget, my paycheck budget, and I am checking on it it every single day throughout the month in order to stay on top of my goals. I feel like this one is self-explanatory, but I did want to highlight it because it is a part of my system and it is something that definitely has helped me on my journey. Now, there are other things that I keep in here that really do help me. One other thing I have in here is my future calendar. So the yearly planner that I have in here is where I will highlight all of the different things that are kind of coming up and check them off as they come up. It's an overview of the entire year and it's broken down by the quarter. So every quarter has a dedicated page. So this is the first quarter, second, third, and then we have fourth. And I am able to highlight just different things that's coming up throughout the year. This is super helpful as well because I can easily see what's about to happen for the entire year in one spot. So I can easily look at this planner and see what's coming up. I also have a spot for my routines, and this is where I will just keep all of the routines that I currently have that I am working on. Now, I don't always have to look at this one anymore, but I do like to have it here just in case I need to refer to it. So this is my routine page, and some of them I will do daily, some of them are weekly, some of them are every now and then, but having this sheet really helps me to refer to them and remind myself of the different things that I am trying to do. And other things I will do in my planner that just makes sense is I will add different things at the back of my planner. So I have different sheets here, like bills or important papers that I just do not want to lose, and I will punch holes in them and then add them to the back of my planner so that I don't forget them. A lot of times it's receipts, it could be a bill, it could be something that's coming up for my kids from their school. I will punch a hole in it, like when I get the school calendar, that's something else that I will punch a hole in and pop it in the back of my planner. I also have a folder back here as well. So this folder is where I will keep additional things that I may want to save, but the pieces of paper might be too small to punch holes in, or I just haven't had a chance to punch a hole in it yet, so I just pop it in this folder. But I love having this folder here because it's a great way for me to keep track of different sheets of paper when I don't have my hole puncher available. That's everything that I currently keep in my planner that really just makes sense and helps me with my life and helps me to stay organized. I genuinely believe having one book to stay on top of everything that you need in your life is going to help you to simplify and stay as productive as you possibly can. The more I fine-tune my system and really have a strategy behind every single thing that I use, the more I am actually able to accomplish. So I hope that this video has given you some ideas of different things that you can do within your planner that will help you to stay organized and stay on top of everything. And if you have additional things that you keep in your planner that I did not mention, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you all in my next video. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.